You're Andrew?
Yes, ma'am.
How old are you?
12?
You smart, Andrew?
Yes.
Who do you think is Who do you think is smarter, you or me?
You.
So far, you're doing fine. You ready for me?
Yes, ma'am.
Come on up here. Andrew, you know Mr. and Mrs. Webb, don't you?
I know Mr. Webb.
And the Webbs run a teen center, is that right?
Yes.
Mr. and Mrs. Webb say that their teen center was burglarized. And their claim is that not you alone, but there were other people as well as you involved. Am I boring you?
No.
There were other people involved in breaking and entering into their teen center. Some other kids. Look over here. Have you ever been in trouble before, Andrew?
Yes.
You hang around with a bunch of kids that sometimes do bad things?
Yes.
How do you think I knew that?
I don't know.
Does it worry you that I know that?
No.
It should. How old are these kids that you hang around with, Andrew?
14, 13.
So a little bit older than you are. Folks ever have to come to the police station about a complaint about you?
Not that I know of.
They ever have to go to school with regard to a complaint about you?
Yes.
What kind of complaint, Andrew?
Ditching and...
What?
Ditching.
What's ditching, Andrew?
Like skipping school, going out wherever I want to.
Go out with your 13, 14-year-old friends.
Yeah. And then,
Yes.
yes. And then back talking to the teachers.
So you think you're a wise guy? A
No.
little bit?
Just a little bit.
You are, but you're pretty smart, which is really nice. You're going to have to make up your mind, Andrew, whether you want to use those brains that clearly you were given to be something special and productive, or whether you want to be a bum. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because you can use those brains that you clearly have, and you can study, have a good time, but study, and you can go to college, and you can go to professional school, and you can be a star, because I think that you probably have that within you, and you clearly have a nice personality. Or your parents can come and visit you in jail if you want to show off for your older and bigger 14-year-old friends. That's a choice. So you're right on the borderline, 12 years old. You have to make those choices. Now, if you were involved in the burglary of the teen center, would you have been involved with it with your 13 and 14-year-old friends? Look over here.
No.
You would have been involved with it alone.
No.
I didn't ask you whether you did it or not. I said, if you were involved in the burglary of the teen center, would you have been there with your friends or alone?
My friends.
Right. And if you were involved in the burglary of the teen center, how many of your friends might have been with you?
Like 1 or 2.
How many are in this little group that you hang around with?
3 or 4.
But there were only been 1 or 2 who would have been involved with that kind of burglary.
Yeah.
And you know who they are. You could pick out which ones they are, right?
No, they would choose.
They would choose.
They would choose wherever we go. That's what they usually do. They choose wherever they want to go, and then I go with them.
Have they ever chosen to do something that you thought was illegal and you shouldn't join them?
No.
Have they ever voted to do something illegal? No, look here.
Trying to think. Not that I know of. I was like grounded most of the time, so.
You were grounded for what?
Sneaking out of the house and running away.
Is there any particular reason that you do that, Andrew?
No.
Who grounds you, your mother or your father?
Both of them.
Is there anything you want to tell me with regard to the burglary of this teen center?
Yeah, actually there is. Because they say I kicked down a door,
Yeah,
but look how small I am. How could I do
I
it?
heard that. I heard that.
Okay, just making sure.
Is there anything else you want to tell me? I'm not saying kicking down the door.
No.
Have you ever been in the teen center?
Yes, we used to go there to play pool and stuff.
So you enjoy the teen center.
Yeah. Yes.
See how smart you are? I don't even have to say anything to you. Andrew, you have a choice. Star or a bum. Those are your choices. You haven't been making the right choices so far. What do you think?
To make good choices and
You think you're stroking me? Did you ever see a judge before?
yeah.
Where?
In Phoenix.
At a court?
Yeah.
Were you in court?
Yeah.
For what? Right here.
I was in court for one, like, something to do with school or something.
What do you mean? You mean you don't remember? Sure you remember. You're smart as a whip.
Not really.
Yeah.
I don't remember because I don't like court very much.
What happened in court?
They put me on probation for a year
And how long ago was that?
a couple months ago.
Have you been grounded since?
Yeah. I was in Tucson just last week because of, like, the running away and taking off.
When you ran away, how long did you stay away?
The first time a day and the second time 3 days.
Where did you stay when you ran away?
In an abandoned house.
With your buddies?
Yeah. One of them.
And how old is the one that you stayed with in the abandoned house?
12.
Your parents buy you clothes?
Yes.
You think you aggravate your mother and father?
Yes.
Are you regularly beaten at home?
No.
I mean, nobody strings you up and beats you at home, right? So there's really no reason to run away.
Yeah.
Have a reason that you run away?
Sometimes just to get out of the house.
Why?
Because my house is very boring.
Would you like your parents to bring in a circus 3 times a week for you?
That'd be nice.
Maybe if you came home from school and did your homework and played around with your friends, some reasonable friends for a couple of hours. What do you think? This was a very nice chat. Andrew, you may go and sit down now.
Recreation Center directors Gary and Tammy Webb say 12-year-old Andrew Prideaux burglarized their teen center. Andrew denies all charges.
Okay. Your lawsuit says that this young man was involved in burglarizing a teen center. There was a lot of property taken and destroyed. You weren't there at the time, is that right?
That's right.
So what proof do you have that this young man was involved?
I came in that morning, we found out the rec center had been broken into, called the police. Some of the kids started showing up to attend the after-school program, and a couple of kids approached us and said,
Can't tell me what anybody else said to you.
Right. I'm just saying that some kids said that we knew who did it.
That was what started it.
That's what started it. And after we, found out that they had seen that or whatever, and we called the cops to come and witness them. And then my wife and the teen center director, who's now in India, went over to the apartment complex and talked to them, and she can tell you the story that they told her over there.
You can't tell me any story that anybody else told you. Do you have any witness who
Yes,
actually
Yes, we have
observed?
2 witnesses that are here today.
I'd like to see them, please.
Okay.
The names?
Jeff and Cindy.
Bernhardt.
You have computers in your rec center?
We did.
We did. We had 2 of them that were stolen. One was a personal computer which the kids played on. One was just strictly for the kids that they played on.
Are they both
Names,
witnesses?
Tammy, please.
All right, step up here, please. Tell me your name, sir.
Jeffrey Bernhardt.
And your name?
Cynthia Bernhardt.
Who was the witness?
That would be me.
All right, Jeffrey, do you know Andrew?
As an acquaintance from another friend.
But you've seen him.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me what you know about this burglary.
I was sitting with my friend at an electrical box towards the end of the complex, and Andrew approached me and said that he had taken stuff from the rec center and showed me things.
What did he show you?
Pins, candy, there was soda. There was another guy that was with him that had a baseball bat, and a guy in the far distance that had something that looked like a video game system or something.
The young man that was with him, what did he look like?
I don't really remember.
Had you ever seen him before?
Mm-mm.
Were you contacted by the police to give this information, Jeffrey?
Yeah.
Did you give them that information?
Mm-hmm.
We have a police report, too, where they made statements, Donald and the other witnesses. I have them highlighted, that they had seen the witnesses Also,
No,
he
I
had-
can't read statements from any other witnesses. If you want to show me a police report where this
That's what I'm
witness,
saying, that they're on there. Okay.
That
And he
Jeffrey-
states what he had seen.
that Jeffrey's statement is on there,
Yes.
and the statement of Andrew.
Also, Your Honor, while we were there cleaning up the day after the thing, Andrew had not been in the program for a long time, and we had found this by the baseball bats where they had been into. And he had not been in the rec center for a couple of months. He refused to fill out or weeks, I'm sorry. He would refuse to fill out a registration form because the kids all have to have a name and address and medical release form to
No,
be there.
I refused to sign it because I didn't want him there until he started behaving.
And we found that morning. We clean every other day, and when we had cleaned, we had not seen it before. And that day that we had cleaned, we found that sitting on by the
Well-
baseball bats.
How do you know this is his?
That's his nickname, is Shorty.
Who's Precious?
I have no clue. I've never seen that in my life.
Come up here.
Judy.
No,
You ever seen him before?
no. I've probably seen him when I was cutting through the apartments to go to my friend's house. Like, I've probably seen him out there talking to somebody or something, but I've never stopped to talk to him ever. I have, like, the only time I've seen him was when I've, like, glanced over and, like, seen somebody talking.
Did you take any candy from the rec center?
I didn't break into it, so I couldn't have taken any candy.
Did anybody give you any candy from the rec center?
No,
So he's just making up this whole story.
probably.
Can you think of any reason why Jeffrey would make up this whole story?
Because, like, my friend Donald, the one that he said I was supposedly talking to, like, what we were doing, I was talking to him. Yeah, I went over there, but I didn't show him anything because I didn't have anything. I went over there, I started talking to Donald, and he wasn't there. So I was, like, talking to him. And then Donald, my mom went over to Donald's house because I snuck out, went to his house.
You snuck out and went to Donald's house?
Yeah.
Why did
And-
you do that?
Because I was bored in my house. And then my mom went over there and started talking to him. He got mad because he was yelling and stuff at his sister. So I was like, okay. And I walked out. My mom, like, was not there yet. We walked to a friend's house. And then his sister came up and pulled up at our friend's house.
This is a very convoluted story that you're telling me, and I don't particularly see how it's important to the story. So you were talking to your friend Donald when Jeffrey was there.
Yeah.
All right.
No, when he wasn't there.
Well, maybe you didn't see him, but he was there.
I wasn't paying attention to him.
That's better. You had been busy.
Yeah, talking to Donald.
Yeah, busy. Okay.
The way they got to the pop machine, Your Honor, is that there was a spare set of keys in the desk. They had gotten into that, and that's how they got into the soda machines. And part of what they did is they walked over and gave the keys to Donald, and Cindy still has the keys, where they threw them up on the roof because they didn't want the keys. And that's how they got into the pop machine, through the keys.
Just a second. You still have the keys? How did you
my
get
son,
the keys?
My son came to me that evening that this had happened and mentioned, I'm the apartment manager at this complex. The next morning I was concerned, so I called a couple of the kids in the complex up to see what had gone on. They told me about that they had tried to throw the keys up on the roof. I went out myself and looked on the grounds and found the keys to the rec center, which I do have. And I had called Tammy and the director of the teen center, Melody, and let them know I had them, and they did fit.
Do you know anything about those keys?
He gave them to Donald, and Donald didn't want nothing to do
Who
with
gave
them.
them to Donald?
Andrew.
Handed the keys to Donald.
Yeah. And he didn't want nothing to do with them, so he just tossed them.
So Donald tossed the keys. Were you with Donald when Donald tossed the keys?
Yeah.
You got your hands full. Right?
Very much so.
I can see that. You got a tiger by the tail. He can go either way.
That's what we're trying to prevent.
I see that. I see that. Is he in counseling?
Yes, he is.
How often does he go?
They come see him like once every month, twice a month sometimes.
It's not enough. Is he back in school?
Yes.
How's your older son?
Normal teenage stuff. Gets into normal trouble.
But not like this.
No.
He's really smart.
Too smart.
Oh, he's really smart. That's what happens when you're 12 years old, really smart and short. It's my responsibility to try to look at somebody and figure out whether or not they're telling me the truth. You usually look at body language, eye contact, you look at whether the story has any motive to fabricate. You know, you look at a variety of things. So there's no question that he was involved. I don't know how many other people were involved. Certainly he wasn't carrying a computer. Certainly he wasn't carrying anything big. Certainly the kids that were involved in it were older than he was. And he went along because he wanted to act like a big shot. Yeah, sure he did. I'm telling you that your son was involved in that burglary. He was there with older kids. They gave the littlest one some candy and some other junk, and they took the stuff that was more valuable. That's what happened. I wouldn't make any excuses for it. I would understand in my own heart, and I think that you don't. I really think that you try to do the right thing and that you're clawing uphill with him. I know that.
We told them if we found out that they were responsible, we told the police and the detectives if they found out the children were responsible, they would pay the consequences for it.
Well, he's going to pay
that.
the consequences with me. So, in addition to grounding him, I think that you should find some chores for him to do. I cannot in good conscience tell you that this young man is responsible for the majority of the damage that was done to your teen center. I do think that he was the youngest one that went along with this group, that everybody else was older, that he was given some stuff. Whether he kicked in the door, and I don't think he would have to kick in the door, the teen center, because there were bigger kids that could do that. But it's possible that they said, you go kick in the door. Because what happens is when you do these kind of group crimes, they usually say, let's let the young one go, because if the younger one gets caught, nothing's going to happen to them.
He's too small to kick in the door.
Oh, no. No. I'm telling you, he's not too small for anything. You at least know of several other boys who were involved, what, 2 or 3 that you believe were involved?
Yeah.
And I assume you're going to pursue the older
The ones
boys.
who we know, yes.
The other one.
From this one, you get $250, that's all.
Parties are excused.
Remember what I said to you, Andrew?
Yes.
You can either spend a good deal of your life looking at a judge. You went before one, judge gave you probation for something. You came to me. Some judges are nice, some judges are miserable. There will come a time when your size isn't going to help you. Do you understand?
Yes.
That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out. Found in the matter of Garnett versus Garnett. Parties have been sworn in. Judge, you may be seated. Sir, have a seat, please.
Miss Garnett, how long has it been since you've seen your daughter?
December 27th.
Is that the day she left?
Yes.
Have you had any contact with her since the day she left?
No.
How many kids do you have?
2.
Older or younger?
Younger, 17-year-old son.
Is he living at home with you?
Yes.
I read your complaint. According to your complaint, for your daughter's 16th birthday, she's now 18, you purchased a car for her. Is that right? You purchased a car that she drove.
Yes.
And she drove the car continuously from the time she was 16 till the time she was 18, till
Yes.
she left. Did you have another car?
Yes.
So at the time that you purchased the car, it was really for your daughter. Yes. Miss Garnett, don't play around with me, please. Please don't play around with
It
me.
was a family car.
Okay. It was a family car that she was driving. You had no use for another car unless your daughter was going to be driving the car.
Right.
She moved out when she was 18. There was some argument between the two of you,
Right.
and you kept the car.
Right.
And you want her to pay for the car.
Yes.
That's what I didn't understand. You bought the car, you have the car, and you want her to pay for the car. And what
Yes.
happens after she pays for the car?
What I'm asking for is that when I bought the car, it was to help me out because I'm a full-time student, to help me out with her and her brother with after-school activities. She was in acting lessons, he's in track and basketball. What happened was 8 months ago, we started having major problems because she was secretly in a relationship that I didn't know anything about. When I found out about the relationship, we went to counseling. I suggested that we go to counseling to try to work our problems out. And when I found out about her in the relationship, I felt betrayed. I felt that she had been lying to me all of this time. And I felt like she should have come to me instead of sneaking around. So We continued to go to counseling, and it still wasn't working out, and we were still having major problems. And she was saying, well, I'm leaving, and I'm not going to stay here and take all of this, and that's when the problems happened.
Okay, but then she left. She did leave the car at your insistence. So you have the car.
Yes.
What do you want her to pay for?
Because when she had the car, she let the transmission fluid run out of it, and I had to buy a new transmission for it, and it cost about $2,800 for that.
Oh.
And I feel like I should be reimbursed for that because it was her fault. She made payments on it, and she still owes me for it.
How old was she when the transmission fluid ran out?
17.
She owes you for nothing. You may feel as if she owes you for it. You may feel as if she has a moral obligation for it, but she doesn't have a contract to pay you for it. She was a minor at the time it happened.
I
You were
wrote
her
a
mother.
contract out.
Doesn't make any difference whether you wrote a contract out or not, unless she signed a contract with you when she turned 18. You can't make a contract with a minor. So that takes care of your lawsuit. I couldn't really understand it. Still don't understand it. So let's talk about your mother. I'm not going to give this case much longer because you went to counseling with your mom, and evidently that didn't work. Is this the boyfriend?
Mm-hmm.
Stand up. Tell me your name.
Chris,
Who do you live with, Chris?
my mom,
And where does Miss Garnett live?
with me.
Hmm?
She lives in my house.
Who else lives in your house?
My mom and my stepdad.
You like her?
Tamika? Yeah, she's my girlfriend.
How old are you?
I'm 19.
Do you go to school?
Yes.
What school do you go to?
American River College.
Speak up.
American River College?
And where do you go to school?
American River College.
When did you start school?
I started in August of 2000.
You like him?
Yes.
When did you meet him?
I met him freshman year in high school, and we were friends for 4 years, and then we started a relationship my senior year, and we've been together for about 7 months.
How come you didn't tell your mom about it?
Because my mother doesn't believe in interracial dating, and she told me if I ever did bring a white guy into the house that she would not approve. Mainly that is the reason why I didn't bring him around, and she knew about it. She just didn't tell me, and she told me that if she did find out about it, that there was going to be drastic measures taken. And she did, in fact, ground me for dating him the whole entire summer. Basically, I was grounded the whole entire summer, my first semester of college. For
How do you
dating
do
him.
in school?
Right, I'm doing good, actually.
What's actually?
Actually, for the situation that I've been living in, I'm doing very good, especially being my first semester in college.
How do you pay for school?
I have financial aid, and my grant pays for school.
How is it living in that house?
It's been very stress-free, and I was under a lot of stress in her house, and under the advice of my counselor, I decided, maybe living in her house wasn't too good. And in fact, I was going to stay after my counselor advised me to leave the house, but she actually kicked me out the 26th of December. And
You had
told
an
me,
argument.
Yeah, we had an argument. She grabbed suitcases and she told me to take my stuff and leave, that I couldn't come back.
You didn't mean that, did you?
Well, she was being disrespectful to me, saying rude things to me that were not, very respectful to me as her mother.
Did you ever tell her that you would not only disapprove of, but take measures if she ever had an interracial relationship?
No, I didn't tell her that. What happened was her best friend and her were liking Chris. And I told her, because of morals and the way that I've raised her, that friends should not date friends. What happened was her and her best friend fell completely out. There was a big mess going on because of him. Her friend had a deep crush on him, and he liked her. So that was the reason I disapproved of the relationship.
Ms. Garnett, how many times have you been married? Once?
Yes.
Divorced? Widowed?
Yes, divorced.
Divorced. How long were you married?
7 years.
Were you in love when you got married?
Yes.
How old were you when you got married?
26.
Did your parents approve?
Yes.
If they hadn't approved, what would you have done?
Tried to persuade them.
And if you couldn't persuade them, what would you have done?
Married them, probably.
Sure, you would have.
Gwenice Garnett claims her daughter, Tamika Garnett, owes her for the cost of a car. Tamika says her mother kicked her out of the house because she's involved in an interracial relationship.
Ms. Garnett, it's not Chris's fault if another young lady has a terrible crush on him. Unless, of course, he did something to really encourage that. If he didn't, it's not his fault. You said to me, he cared for my daughter. He's a 19-year-old young man. He lives at home. He's going to college. Never been arrested?
No.
Never been arrested. You do drugs?
No.
I believe him. I'm a pretty good judge. Now let's look at your daughter. Beautiful,
Yes.
clearly intelligent,
Yes.
a winner. I'm telling you, I'm looking at her and I'm listening to her. She's a winner. Sometimes you have to rely on your children's judgment, even though it wouldn't be your judgment. Even though you would like her to be a little older before she flies off. It's certainly the wrong thing for you not to be in communication. Do you know what I mean? Forget about this lawsuit. You and I both know it's nonsense. I think that the only reason you probably brought your daughter to court is you wanted to get to see her and say something to her, and you couldn't without it.
That's not true. I wanted to be reimbursed.
Oh, Miss
For
Garnett,
this
I
car.
can't even believe that. I really can't believe that. That you want to be reimbursed from your daughter who's going to college, doing well, on a grant, on financial aid.
I'm in college too.
But you paid the money already. Listen to me.
I got a loan for that. I didn't have the money.
Listen to me, Miss Garnett. I have a simple answer for you. Sell the car.
The pink slip is in her name. How can I sell it?
She'll sign it over to you.
No, she wants that car.
Well, of course, she would like the car, but she's been doing without it for a couple of months. Is it true that your mother had to take out a loan to pay for this transmission?
Yes.
She doesn't have a lot of money.
No.
You think she could make up that money if she sold the car?
Yes.
So you prepared to let her do that?
Well,
That's a hard thing. I mean, I understand it's a hard thing. Cars for kids are really important. But if your mother took out a loan to pay for the transmission so that you would still have a car to use, and your agreement with her that you would pay her back, is that right? That's a moral thing. You can't enforce it contractually. So, although I can't order you to do that, I think that you really should consider that. Maybe that's just a step. Mom, take the car, sell it, pay off the loan that you took out. I don't want you to have a loan. Just as a nice thing to do. Miss Garnett.
Yes.
You have to be open. This is her boyfriend.
I like him. I don't have a problem.
I think that you probably should.
He
I think
is.
he looks
He's
like a
very
nice young man.
Yeah.
And she certainly is a fine young lady, so whatever you did right. For a long time, right?
yes.
Do you see your brother?
I haven't seen him since, I've seen him periodically to go pick up mail from the house and stuff, but I haven't actually been able to spend time with him.
You miss that?
Yes.
You miss her?
Yes.
Okay. See if you can work it out. All right?
Okay.
Okay? Good luck.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I'd really like to see a relationship develop between my mother and I.
Like we were mother and daughter again.
I still love her, and I always will.
I love you, Mom. I love you.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Himes versus Himes. Step forward, please.
21-year-old government document examiner Tinell Himes is suing her father, 45-year-old tree trimming supervisor Horace Himes. Tinell says while she was in boot camp, her father repossessed her car and traded it in.
Miss Himes, the defendant is your father.
Yes, ma'am.
And some time ago, you purchased a car. You needed a co-signer for the loan. Your father agreed to co-sign the loan for you. Later, you were going into the armed forces for a training period. You left the car. You claimed that your father took the car and sold it. And you want to be reimbursed for, I assume, all the money that you put into the car. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
When was this car purchased?
The car was purchased May the 31st of 1997.
And when did you go into the armed services?
I left to go into Air National Guard August the 31st.
Of what year?
2000.
And from the time you got the car in May of 1997 up through August 31st of 2000, were you current in all your car payments?
Yes, ma'am.
When did you find out that your father had taken the car?
Well, this is my mom, and she's my witness. I talked with my mom in September.
September what? Do you recall?
No, ma'am, because we couldn't call when I was in basic.
What
we
date,
couldn't call
sir,
her.
did you take possession of the car?
I took possession of the car, and I can't recall the exact date, but it was in September.
So you would have had no payments due up through August 31st. Had you made September's payment?
No, the payment isn't due until September the 31st.
So you were totally up to date at the time that you left?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So according to you, your father had absolutely no reason to repossess this car.
No.
Okay.
Janelle Himes says her father illegally repossessed her car and traded it in. Horace Himes says he was justified because his daughter was behind in her payments.
Okay, Mr. Himes,
Yes, ma'am.
I'll hear you, sir.
Okay, in September, I got a call from GMAC that telling me Tanel didn't pay the note on it.
Did you get a statement as to how much was owed
Yes, ma'am. I got it
at
right
that
here.
time?
Yes, ma'am.
Can I see it, please?
Yes, ma'am. There's a whole record on it right there.
Ms. Himes,
Yes, ma'am.
this says that in the year 2000, you failed to make a payment in May. In July, you made a payment of $166 instead of the $296.77.
Right.
And you made no payment whatsoever in August.
I love
So I would just like to see proof that you made all of those payments up through August 31st. Do you
Okay.
have proof that you made all of those payments?
No, ma'am, I don't have proof because I closed out that account and I
Yeah.
opened up a new account and I have a letter stating that they can't pull it up on the computer and I have
I'm not
that
asking
right
you
here.
to pull it up on the computer. I'm telling you that you save your checks.
And the
You're not
car-
even talking about a year.
Yes, ma'am.
So you save them.
Okay, some of the receipts that I had paid on my car note were in my car. When I got back home and I asked my dad to bring my belongings with, he hadn't even discussed even taking
This
the
is the
car.
payment history, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So you're telling me that GMAC was incorrect, and what you do is to go to GMAC and said, I made these payments. Then they're going to ask you for proof that you made the payments.
Right.
What are you going to tell them? The cat ate them?
No, ma'am.
So you owed at the time, in September, $519.99, which your father, I assume, paid.
Yes, ma'am.
May I
have
see
proof.
it, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. You wrote the check on September 5th, $519.99, and they received it on the 11th of
Yes,
September.
ma'am.
Well, Ms. Himes, your father had every right to take the car back. Your agreement was that you would make the car payments. For some reason, you failed to make the car payments. What did you want him to do?
Okay, he came and got the car. When I was away and I found out that he had the car, I spoke with him. And he told me that he had made a car payment. I stated that I would send money home to him. He stated that that was okay. And if I owed him any more money, I would pay him the rest when I got home.
So then you fibbed to me before when you said to me you had made all of the car payments up through August 31st. You didn't tell me the truth. You had not made all the car payments.
But I left payments home to be paid, though.
Madam, you made no car payment at all in May, and you made half of a car payment in July.
That's what they allowed me to do that. They allowed me to do that.
You have a statement from GMAC that they were giving you a certain grace period?
No, ma'am.
No. Okay. How much did you trade the car in for?
I took the car back to the car dealer to take it in because I didn't want my credit to go bad. So for them to buy the car back from me, I called the car dealer and asked him would he buy it back from me. He said, Horace, you was a good customer of ours, so bring it in. We'll see what we can do for you. The car dealer gave me $4,000 for the car. The car was worth over $6,000. That's what she owed on it.
Mr. Himes, you have a certain obligation under these circumstances to get the most that you possibly can for the car.
Right.
If you had sold this car privately, could you have gotten more than $4,000 for it?
I couldn't have got $4,000 for it. I run an ad in the paper, Judge.
You did?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. How long did you run the ad in the paper? 1 week?
No, I
How
run
long?
the ad in the paper for 2 months.
And you got no takers?
No, ma'am. I had one guy to come and look at it, and he didn't want to buy it because it was messed up so.
All right, Miss Himes, I don't know why you're angry with your father, but your father certainly did what he was supposed to do as a parent. He helped you out in 1997. You got a car. For the privilege of driving around in that car and using it, you paid $247 a month. It's like leasing a car. That's what you did until you paid the whole thing off. I mean, as it happens, your father was out some money. Your father paid at least $520 in order to bring his credit up. You don't have a case against him. You have to act responsibly if you have a car. And if you ran behind in your payments, you have to understand that it's not your credit because you're in the armed services. There's a A lot of protection for people in the armed services about getting sued civilly, but there's nothing to protect him. And you as his child should want to protect him, especially since he did a good deed. Your lawsuit's dismissed, that's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out. You okay?
Wait till you hear this one.
This is case 455, Judge, in the matter of Elliott versus Durkin. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated. Ma'am, have a seat.
I want you to listen carefully to this.
I will do.
It seems that Miss Elliott was out at a bar with some friends. The defendant was also there. Both had been drinking. He was drinking a lot. According to Miss Elliott, the defendant insisted on giving her a ride, despite the fact she'd come with other people to the bar, to their next stop, which was somebody's house, another hot spot, who knows. Mr. Durkin was driving a motorcycle. Miss Elliott says that Mr. Durkin insisted on giving her a ride.
Of course.
And she got on his motorcycle, and there was a bad accident, and she was injured. Prince Charming over here was afraid that because he was so drunk he was going to get in trouble. He left the scene and left her there in not such good shape. So that's part of the story. So far, I have your story down pretty pat.
Yes, ma'am.
Genius over here is countersuing.
For?
He says she insisted on this ride, and he said, no, 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 because I'm too drunk to give you a ride, right? You told her that, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
And she forced herself on him. And his countersuit says that she was holding on so tight that when he flipped over this meridian divider, he not only injured himself, but suffered all kinds of emotional stress. Now you've heard from me.
Have a good time.
Now we're going to hear from them. When did this incident take place, Miss Elliott?
October 31st, Halloween night.
What did you go as?
I was a fairy princess.
Mr. Durkin? And you?
I wasn't dressed up.
She was dressed up as a fairy princess.
That's correct, Your Honor.
And you were at a bar?
A nightclub.
What time did you get there?
Probably around 9 or 10-ish.
What time did you meet the defendant?
Around 9, 10-ish when I arrived.
What time did you leave together?
Around 11.
And tell me about leaving.
Well, I wanted to go meet some other friends, and he said he'd offer to give me a ride, and my friends who I came with, they wanted to go home, so I said, okay, we'll just go to the club, and then we can go back to my house.
I didn't ask for you.
Oh, I'm sorry. She was with me. She tried to talk him out of it. I wasn't in a good state of mind.
What do you mean you weren't in a good state of mind?
I had been drinking.
So you were drunk?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah?
And I thought that it'd be okay to ride with him, to go to the club, and then we'd go back to my house, hang out with the, because I figured my friends would still be awake. I got on the bike. My roommate, who I came with, she tried to talk me out of it, and I'm drunk. I don't listen. She said she tried to talk him out of it.
And he was drunk, so he didn't listen.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah? So you got on the bike?
Yeah. And she tried. She tried really.
All right, she tried. She tried, and she really wants to talk to me badly. So you got on the bike. And what happened when you got on the bike?
He was driving fast. I mean, showing off. I've ridden with people on motorcycles. I know how they, a lot of the time, act. They show off, for girls, drive fast, go between cars and whatnot. And I told him I was always just scaring me, please stop. He said, okay. He said he would try. We came to a red light. There was a truck in front of us. He made a left-hand turn, and he hit the median. He ran over the median. Like a minute after he said he'd try to drive better. After he ran over the median, I remember just thinking, oh my God, this isn't happening. I was screaming, crying, and he told me to get up. And he said, you're bleeding, but you're going to be all right.
He was right.
Thank you.
Oh, he was right. You probably were bleeding, and you see you
Yeah,
standing
I was-
here.
I was
and
bleeding.
you see you standing here, so you're all right.
Yes, but I was bleeding bad. I have pictures.
Oh, I'd like to see your pictures.
Yeah, they're pretty good. I mean, not good, but.
Mm.
And that third one in that first stack, that's the second day with my eyes open. It swelled more.
When you took this picture in your fairy princess costume, is there any reason why you put the crown on?
My friend who took it.
What a sense of humor. So you broke your nose, you had to have it rebroken.
Yes, ma'am.
You had
I
two
still
black eyes, and you want all your medical bills paid.
Lost wages. I had to retake 2 classes. I missed 2 weeks of school. Medical bills that insurance wouldn't cover. And then I still have permanent scarring.
All right, so you have insurance on this motorcycle?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
So why didn't you put into his insurance? On what?
Insurance, I mean, they paid for some of the medical expenses. I couldn't get a hold of it. I
Did you
didn't
put
know.
in to his insurance carrier for the injuries that you sustained as a result of this accident?
I wasn't sure if he had insurance. I didn't talk to him. I didn't.
Well, you should have.
I mean, he denied it even happened.
Listen to me. The first thing you do when you have an accident like this is you get a lawyer, because the lawyer sues his insurance company. So I don't know why you didn't do that.
I didn't know the procedure.
Well, now you know it, so I would suggest that maybe you do that. Maybe. All right, Mr. Durkin. Now, this accident happened pretty much the way she says it did, right?
Oh, no, Your Honor.
Well, tell me how the accident happened.
This is outrageous, all right?
Listen to me. Listen to me. I'm the only one that gets hysterical here.
Yes, Your Honor. Sorry. It was Halloween night, okay? And I was just sitting at home, and I was by myself, and I decided, hey, I'm going to go out, right?
Listen, let me explain something to you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Get to the club. 10
All right,
o'clock
I'm
at
at the
night.
club. I'm up in the bar, and I'm having a few drinks, and I'm 3 sheets to the wind, Your Honor, all right? Up comes a little fairy princess, and she's talking to me, and I thought she was pretty cute, you know, but I mean, anyway, we started talking, we got along pretty well, right? And after about...
Get to the bike!
Okay, Your Honor, after an hour. Your Honor, listen.
Bert, do me a favor.
Talk to me.
Stand behind him. Stand behind him. If he does that again, execute.
Kendra Elliott says fellow partygoer Michael Durkin owes her for medical bills resulting from a motorcycle crash. Michael says Kendra forced him to drive.
Get to the bike,
All
sir.
right, yes.
She's on the bike.
This is pertinent, Your Honor.
Not pertinent. You're
Okay.
on the bike.
We wrecked. Yes, we wrecked.
Good. Now, she's laying on the ground, I assume, pretty bloody. And what made you take off, Mr. Durkin?
Your Honor, I was scared, all right?
That's fair. That's a fair... Shh, shh. Stop with this, Trionyx. Put your hands on the table. That's perfect. That's where I want you to keep them. Bird, make sure he keeps those hands on the table. You were scared. That's a fair statement. You knew you were drunk, that you were going to be in serious trouble, so you took off and you left her. You had never met her before, so you figured she'll take care of herself. Some truck had come or something. Is that...
I was conned into... Your Honor, I was basically like, I was convinced to take her on the bike, okay?
Listen, Durkin,
Yes, Your Honor.
Durkin, listen to me. I don't care who you've told this story to before. I don't want to hear that part of the nonsense that you were conned into taking her on the bike. Because listen to me.
I don't mean conned, Your Honor.
Shh. Because you shouldn't have been on the bike. Do you want to know
That's
why?
correct, and I
Right.
didn't want to get on the bike, Your Honor.
Did you receive an order from the President of the United States commanding you to get on your bike?
No, Your Honor.
Now
but
just
there was a
answer
little
that. That's
girl-
a no. I assume your bike is started with a key? Listen to me very carefully. These require yes or no answers. Nothing other than that. Does your bike require a key to start it?
Yes, Your Honor.
When you went into the club, did you leave the key in the bike?
No, Your Honor.
So would it be a fair statement that when you came out of the club, she got on the back of the bike, you removed the key from a pocket? Yes or no?
Yes, Your Honor.
You took the key that you removed from your pocket and you put it in the ignition.
Yes, Your Honor.
And then you have a kickstand on the bike
Yes, Your Honor.
and you put it up. I assume you did all of those things.
Yes, Your Honor.
All of those things required some thought. Do you understand what I'm saying to you?
Completely.
So that the fairy princess didn't fly down and sit on the back of your bike while the bike was in motion. You did all of those things while she was on the bike, so it was a conscious in your unconscious state of mind choice to give her a ride on your bike while you were intoxicated. That's stupid. However, Mr. Durkin, she's just as stupid. And I don't care how much her friends tried to convince her not to go.
Her friends weren't even there, Your Honor. She sent them
I'm
away.
just a second. I was speaking to him.
How are they not there?
You're doing all right now.
Just do me a favor. Step yourself outside. You're irritating me. So, Miss Elliott, you're drunk. You get on his bike. You know he's drunk.
No, ma'am.
Oh, well, the only reason that you didn't know he was drunk is because you were drunk. And you had a choice. Your choice was, in your drunken state, to leave with your friends and go back to the house and sleep it off. That was your choice.
Yes, ma'am.
You chose, in your drunken state, knowing that he's drunk and going someplace else. You get hurt? That's your fault. That's just taking care of your lawsuit. You want to somehow pursue his insurance company? You're free to do that, Miss Elliott. In this court, you're not going to get a dime for stupidity. Now let's deal with your counterclaim, Mr.
Yes,
Durkin. And I'm going to deal with it as fairly and expeditiously as I can.
Please.
It's dismissed.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I'd still like to apologize, except it upsets me that she came to court and lied.
I just basically, though, wanted everybody to know that he did. I mean, he's a jerk, obviously.
And now the next case.
All parties on War Kenton Jr. versus Cooper. Step forward, please.
32-year-old concrete business owner Ron Workington is suing his ex-girlfriend, 30-year-old security truck driver Lisa Cooper. Ron claims Lisa lied about the paternity of her daughter.
Mr. Walkington, according to what I've read, you and Miss Cooper lived together on and off for about 6 years. Starting when, sir?
In the summer of '94.
And in 1997, were you living together?
Yes.
When did you start living together?
The summer of '94.
Through when?
It was off and on till about August of 1999.
When you say off and on, you left, she left during periods of time?
A couple times here and there. It was a short period of time.
What do you mean, a week or two or a month?
Month at the most, month and a half.
And during those periods of time, would you leave or would she leave?
It was basically her decision to leave most of the times.
Okay. And you had a child?
A little girl.
A girl?
Mm-hmm.
And you continued to live together until August of 1999, separated, and in March of 2000, according to your complaint, a DNA test was done for some reason, and it was determined that the child was not yours. Your lawsuit wants to be reimbursed from the defendant for all the support that you contributed to the child during those 3 years. What prompted you to take a DNA test?
She told me in
March.
Shh, don't, I'll give you a
She
chance.
told me in June of last year when I was involved in another relationship with my girlfriend here. She told me that the child that I thought that I had was not my child. And she said that she knew the person that this child was fathered by. So I stopped paying her the money for the child at that point.
You had been voluntarily paying child support from August of '99 until June of 2000?
Yes, I was actually giving her money on a weekly basis.
After you left?
Yes.
What were you giving her?
I was giving her like $300-400 a month.
Is that correct?
No.
Was he giving you any money after August of 1999?
No, he did. When we separated and I was completely away from him, he did not give me any money.
I'm just curious, do you have any proof that you gave her any money?
No, ma'am. I gave her cash money every week. It was one of those things that we were in the relationship since
You hardly
1994.
worked.
I didn't realize I was going to be in this situation 4 or 5 years down the road, so I didn't have any recollection that I was giving her cash deceitfully. I was giving it out of good faith, giving her money, paying her car payments, paying her bills that she has, you know, thinking that we had a relationship together for you know, eternity, more or less.
Well, eternity usually means marriage. Can you tell me why, since 1994, nobody used the M word?
No.
Well,
It
did you want to get married?
It had been talked about.
No.
You did not want to
No.
get married,
Well, obviously, she had a kid with somebody else.
obviously. When, for the first time, Miss Cooper, did you have a sense that this might not be his child?
It would be March of 2000.
And what made you suspect in March of 2000 that the child might not be his?
Because of all the comments that were made to me regarding Tyler's eye color, because we both have blue eyes and she's got brown eyes.
So, brown eyes are dominant.
Should have been the intention at the very beginning, 3 years ago. I should have been told that instead of 3 years later.
Sir, if you're not married and there is a child, there is a way of legitimatizing that child legally. I mean, if you've had, according to you, an off-again, on-again relationship, she leaves for a month, she leaves for a couple of weeks, she leaves for a week.
But when the times that she had left and came back, that didn't stop her from asking for the money and didn't stop me paying her the money for. See, she has another child, and I supported that child also. She was supposedly getting child support.
You don't get paid back for that.
Oh, I know.
You don't get paid back for that.
No. At the very beginning, the actual father, when she was in this other court hearing for the DNA testing and everything, she knew beforehand because he wrote her a check, a $400 check that I saw and my girlfriend saw at the court date, that he'd given her a $400 check for supposedly an abortion.
Where's the check?
That she did not, she told him that she took care of it. So the father was actually just as surprised as I was to find out about this whole situation.
Has there been an order declaring someone else the father of your daughter?
Yes.
Has DNA testing been done in that
Yes.
case? And did you get the test results in that case?
Yes.
And what were the test results in that
That he was 99.9%.
Father.
Yes.
So there is really no issue now. Yes.
I have a birth certificate of the child that has my signature on it and her signature stating that, as the best of her knowledge, that I am the father of the child.
That was
No,
the best of my knowledge.
no. Listen to me, sir. When you were in the hospital, when this little girl was born, and they came in and they brought you papers to sign.
Yes.
I mean, I know what the drill is. Been around the park a couple of times. She didn't say that you were the father. You said that you were the father.
That's what my intentions were the whole time.
Right. You have to use your noodle. But there is no cause of action in any jurisdiction unless you can prove fraud. Now, the one thing that you did say to me that sort of piqued my interest was you said that there was a check that someone else wrote.
The actual father of the child.
Okay. Did that ever happen?
No.
Well, I would need to see proof of that because that might be some indication that she perpetrated a fraud on you. Right now, she just made a bad guess.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
She guessed wrong. Maybe it was wishful thinking that you were the father. But you would have to establish to my satisfaction that she knowingly perpetrated a fraud on you.
Mm-hmm.
Her saying to you, listen, you might or might not be the father because there is a possibility somebody else is the father, that's not fraud. But if she knew that someone else was the father, told you that you were the father, and took money from you under false pretenses, then you might have a case to get some of your money back. So, case is dismissed, sir. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out. 4:33 on the calendar in the matter of Holiday versus Titsworth. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Folks, have a seat, please.
Mr. Holliday, according to your complaint, you and the defendant lived together for about 8 years. You have one child together.
Yes.
Several years ago, you and the defendant, according to your complaint, purchased a used car, a very old used car, a 1972 used car. According to you, you have possession of that car. She has the title to that car. You want her to either sign over the title to the car to you or pay you not only half the amount of money that you claim to have put into the car, which was $550, but also all the repairs that you made on the car in the time that you were driving it.
Correct.
Is that right?
Yes.
Ha! Now let's get to your end. Your end is that you actually purchased the car, that's why it's titled in your name, that he never put $550 into the car, that when you broke up, you had an arrangement with him, and that agreement was that he would return to you all of your property, in exchange for which you would sign over the title to the car. However, he failed to return all of your property to you, and therefore you didn't sign the title over to him. So you either want the car back or you want the blue book value of the car, which you claim is well over $2,000. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Ha! There we go. Let's give both of these people a reality check. Cars do not appreciate. Cars depreciate. If you buy a car for $1,100, 2.5 years later, it's not worth $2,500. You got it? Perfect. And you, sir, you had use of a car for 8 months, you drove a car for 8 months, you had to fix it in order to drive it. That's your problem. Got it?
Correct.
Perfect. Now, you had an arrangement with her to return all of her property.
Yes, which I did return her property.
What property did he not return?
He did not give me important documents. My birth certificate.
Your birth certificate?
Yes. I mean.
Shh. Okay. Do you have her birth certificate?
There's a bunch of stuff in storage. I have no idea, Your Honor.
When you say there's a bunch of stuff in storage, her stuff in storage?
My child's personal belongings. I have her birth certificate, her records.
Yes. But you don't know if her birth certificate is there.
I have not been through it, no.
You can either go through it, Ms. Titsworth, or you can call and get another birth certificate. Do you understand?
Yes.
What's next?
There was 4 TVs in the home. I didn't receive anything out of my home.
Who purchased the televisions?
I did with my money.
Mr. Halliday, did you return any television sets to her?
We had a verbal agreement, and she stated after she would not sign the car, she did not want one thing out of that house and to throw her stuff away.
What part of did you give her any television sets didn't you understand?
I understood every part of that.
So why don't you just answer my question?
I did not give her any televisions.
Why not? Didn't you think she would like to have one?
She didn't ask for one.
She's asking for one now, or maybe
well,
2.
There's one TV, and that was in my child's room. The other 2, well, there's a brand new one which I had bought.
Yes.
The other TV, what was in my child's room, was my mother's TV that was borrowed. She can have a TV.
How many
no
TVs
problem.
did you purchase?
Well, I purchased 3 of the TVs in my home.
Do you have any proof that you did?
No, because I paid cash for everything. Most of the things I had to get was from garage sales.
All right. What else do you claim he didn't return to you?
All my cutlery knives that I really enjoyed. I mean, there was pictures, the pictures that he did give me of my family ripped in half.
Did you do that?
No, ma'am, I didn't.
Did you destroy them at all?
No, or she would have brought that.
Did you bring any of the ripped pictures?
No, I didn't. Everything that he did give, I had to take it all to the dump.
Now, Mr. Halliday, where were you employed in the last 5 years?
I was in the Carpenters Union. We have numerous jobs.
And how much did you earn in 1997?
Approximately $12,000.
98.
I think about $14,000 to $16,000.
99.
25,000.
How much will you have earned this year?
Roughly almost $20,000, I would guess.
How much have you paid in child support, sir?
We just went through our custody hearing.
That's not what I'm
Nothing.
asking you. You paid nothing.
My child was held away from me for 60 days. I had to go to court to be able to see my child. They gave me child support in November. They wanted to redo it. They just started it again. Now my child support is due. I am behind $88.
And were you advised of what Mr. Halliday's child support order would be?
It's supposed to be $118 a month, commencing November the 1st of 2000.
$118 a month. Ms. Titsworth, when Mr. Halliday and you were living together, I want you to think very hard. Did he ever do jobs, on the side jobs, paid in cash?
Yes, he did a lot of side jobs.
What kind of side jobs?
Well, he sold drugs for many years.
Shh! Up! You knew that?
Yes, ma'am.
That's a side job. I was talking more in terms of bookshelves, but that was far more lucrative. When did he stop selling drugs?
July of 1997, once we had our child.
Because you had your child?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, that's a good thing. Ms. Titsworth, you don't want this car, do you?
No, Your Honor, I don't.
You have the title to the car? Let me tell you why it would be very smart to turn it over to him. He can build up parking tickets on that car. If he drives around without insurance, you might have a problem. So it would be very wise of you to sign over the title of the car and forget it. Do you understand?
Yes.
Let's do it.
That's what I was going to explain. On my title, I did send off the application, everything for my title, to Nevada because I never received the title.
When did you send it?
It was sent off 1/12/2001. I even have the insurance. I still pay insurance on my car.
Why are you still paying insurance on the car?
Because it's still registered in my name.
The car's probably not worth very much. Why don't you just have the police just go and get it and turn in the plates on it and junk it?
Because I know he needed my daughter, when she did go with him, that she needed to get around. And that was when he lived by himself.
Mm-hmm.
Once he moved in with his mom, I mean, there's several cars there now.
Is this your mother?
Yes, ma'am.
Good.
Yes, Your
Step
Honor.
up here, please. Miss Halliday?
Yes.
How many cars do you have?
We have 3 cars.
Good. I just changed my mind. This is what
But
you're going...
those are not mine.
I don't care whose they are. They don't belong to Santa Claus, do they?
No.
Michael Holliday says his ex-girlfriend, Carrie Titsworth, won't return the title to his car. Carrie says the car is hers.
Pay careful attention to me. You have to protect yourself. As soon as you get the title, you have to take the title to the police and say, he is withholding my car. You get the car. They must give it to you. You either sell it or junk it. Because, Miss Titsworth, I have no assurance that even if you sign the title over, that he is going to take that title and do anything with it, like registering the car in his own name, which would mean you would still be liable in case he had an accident without insurance. You listening to me? In case he got parking tickets of $1,000. You would be responsible. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So, Mr. Halliday, your application to have her sign the title over to you at this time is denied. Your application for money is denied. You drove an $1,100 car for 2 years. She's been paying the insurance on the car?
Your Honor, I have insurance showing that I've had insurance since 1998 with no lapses. Here is my tax returns for 1999, the time we bought the car, $428, which I paid made $25,000 that I'd like to submit.
Good.
Here is when I asked for the...
Did you understand what I said to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Here's the
You have proof that you paid insurance on this car?
Yes.
Let me see it.
That's just 1 month of insurance right there. Showed that I had insurance for the last 3 years.
I don't care whether you have or whether you have not, sir. She has to protect herself. If someone with whom I were estranged had possession of a car that I couldn't get back, and as a result of that, I didn't know whether there was insurance on this car or not, the smart thing for me to do to protect any assets that I had was to maintain insurance. So whether you maintain insurance or not is really not the issue. The issue is she maintained insurance because she was forced to, because you have the car. She is exposed. Do you understand that?
Yes, and that's...
Good!
We were separating our property July 31st. I have these papers, if you'd like to look at them, to sign the...
Sure.
And also I have some papers here from a court case that her lawyer wrote me that stated that the car was my car. If you'd like to look at that.
Absolutely.
Okay, I just highlighted it a little bit in red. It's on the front page. They stated she saw your vehicle. Well, that indicates it was my vehicle.
Just a second. Did you ever sign this bill of sale in front of a notary?
No, I did not.
That's not been signed.
No, it sure hasn't been.
No, that was our agreement.
It sure hasn't been.
So how am I going to pay my child's...
Just a minute. Ms. Titsworth indicates that on 2 occasions, Saturday, November 11th and Sunday, November 12th, she saw your vehicle at a parking lot of her employment where she was leaving at 4:30 in the morning. There is no reason for you to be in the parking lot of her employment at 4:30 in the morning. The only purpose could have been to harass or annoy her. You want me to assume from this sentence she indicates she saw your vehicle at the parking lot? That's it?
Well...
Is that...
Yes, correct.
Wrong. Listen to me. Complaint is dismissed. Be smart. Get your title. You may decide once you get your title and retrieve the car that you want to give it to him. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If you want to do that so that your daughter's father will have an opportunity to have a car, that's fine. But you make sure that if that's done, you or someone else accompany him that day to motor vehicles to transfer the car so that it's transferred not only on paper, but it's transferred with the state. Do you understand?
Yes.
But you better protect yourself because you are vulnerable.
Okay.
Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Counterclaims dismissed as well. That's all.
Thanks.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
His motivation is just to get money from me.
She has a new boyfriend and just wants to get back at me for no reason.
And now the next case.
All parties on Weber versus Fidel. Step forward, please.
42-year-old baggage handler George Weber is suing his ex-girlfriend, 39-year-old teacher Jeanette Fidel, for an unpaid loan to fix her car. Jeanette admits to borrowing money, but says George is exaggerating the amount.
Mr. Weber, according to your complaint, you met the defendant over the internet in October of 1999 and subsequently started to date the defendant.
Yes, ma'am.
Then you claim that in May of the year 2000, she ran into some car trouble, and you agreed to take out a personal loan and give her money so that she could purchase a new car. There was an agreement that she repay you that money in installments. She gave you one $200 payment and then stopped, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
The defendant says that she never borrowed that kind of money from you. She did, in fact, borrow $200 from you to fix her car, but paid you back, right?
Correct.
So, Mr. Weber, let me hear the tale of the May loan, please.
Okay, Jan's car was stolen and was totaled. At the time, she was claiming her father was selling a car, and she needed the cash right away. So she couldn't get a loan. She told me to try to get a loan.
Look at me, sir.
I'm sorry. So I told her I would get a loan on good faith if she would pay me back. Here's my loan check. I gave it to Jan, and she cashed it.
Can I see it, please?
Yes, ma'am. And then...
Just a minute. Well, Miss Fidel, you clearly cashed this check in the amount of $2,112.
At my bank.
I don't care at whose bank.
That's true.
Well, you didn't tell me that in your answer. Yes?
Because he couldn't get to his bank fast. He couldn't travel that far. It's like 2.5 hours away. So he asked me to cash it at my bank, which I did. That was not for me, though. That was for him. He's from Chicago, not Indiana. He was down visiting me, leaving for Boston and Washington, D.C. He gave me $200 out of that so I could fix my car, which I did. There's my canceled check for that. He took the rest, and he went on vacation. He gave me $200 out of it.
Can I?
She wanted me to deposit.
Just a minute.
And that's the extent of it.
No.
Your Honor, I have
Just a minute. No. Your story doesn't make sense, Miss Fidel, for this reason. The check that he got as a loan was dated the 25th of May of the year 2000. He got the check and he came, according to you, to visit with you, and then you give me a check that allegedly is dated June 17th, marked car.
Correct. That was for the car. When he helped me fix it, was for the car, so I would know.
No, ma'am, that was for a payment. I have receipt for that, too.
How much after she got this check for $2,000 did your relationship terminate?
I hurt my back May 20th, so relationship probably at the end of June.
So within 4 weeks of receiving this check.
Right,
Is that right?
She terminated a relationship, right.
Did there come a time, Mr. Weber, that you did go to Washington and Boston?
Yes, ma'am, I work for major airlines, but that was before this all happened.
You mean before this loan?
Yes, ma'am, because I was on injured time. I can't fly on injured time.
When did you go there? Do you remember?
March.
When did you injure yourself, sir? May 20th?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of injury did you have?
I had a back injury.
How did you get to her house on May 25th in order to cash this check?
I drove, which is 60 miles from my house.
So your back wasn't bad enough so you couldn't drive?
Well, I drove. I was in a lot of pain driving.
I'm sorry.
But you drove?
Yes, ma'am. Because I cared for her. I wanted to see her.
What kind of work do you do at the airlines?
Baggage handler.
So you got to pick up heavy bags?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And when you travel the airline, sir, do you travel at a reduced rate?
Service charge, ma'am.
Just a service charge?
Yes, ma'am.
And you wouldn't be foolish enough to travel the airline across the country when you're putting in for some sort of back-related injury because of the airline. That would be pretty stupid, wouldn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Sure it would be. You understand, Miss Fidel? He wouldn't go to Washington and Boston at a time when he's saying he can't move to his job, right? So I have to deal with proof, and I have to figure out which of the two of you is not telling me the truth. Miss Fidel, I choose you. Because that's what the proof is. The proof is that you did, in fact, cash this check. You return $200 of that money in a check that's marked car. It's not marked car repair. It's just marked car. So that's $1,812 she owes you. Is that right?
Without interest, yes, ma'am.
What's the interest rate?
That was 37.9%. And the reason
What?
I got, yes, ma'am, the reason I got that loan.
37%?
Yes, ma'am, I have it right here. At that time, because she needed the check right away because the car was going fast. But
The car to her father was going fast?
Yeah, she said that
I
her
have
father
the
was selling
title.
somebody else.
The title.
She said somebody else was going to buy the car,
I
so
didn't
she
even
wanted the money
get
really
the
fast.
car till
But
October.
I refinanced the loan from my credit union, and the interest rate is only 13%.
And it was I didn't have to pay my father anything for that car.
Oh, I don't care whether you had to pay your father
Well,
for the car or
it's right
not.
there,
I don't
so
care. I
that's
don't know
just-
what you did with the money,
I
but I
have
believe that
the
he
money.
gave you the money.
Okay.
You claim that you needed the $200 in order to repair the car that you were currently driving. Is that correct?
Correct.
Show me the bill.
That I didn't bring.
That was your defense. Your
thought
defense
my
was,
check-
no, your defense was you needed the $200 to fix the car that you were currently driving. That is your entire defense. So one would assume that you would have brought me a bill from a car repair shop in the amount of approximately $200. Who are you?
I'm her brother. I'm the one that fixed the car.
You're the one that fixed the car.
Yes, I am.
Bull. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $2,000, which to me covers appropriate interest. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out. Out of Vasquez versus Ricard. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Sir, have a seat, please.
Ms. Vasquez, according to your complaint, the defendant, who is the former wife of your present husband, assaulted you.
Yes, ma'am.
And she did this when you and your husband were returning the children after a period of visitation that you had with the children. Tell me what happened.
Well, as you already know, we had vacation with the children and we brought them back. I was unloading bike pieces that were in the car. My husband went upstairs, brought the first load up, and the children as well. And
how old are the children?
At the present time, they're 6 and 11.
Okay.
And during the vacation, the youngest was 5 years old. I had to spank her on the bum. One time, I was combing her hair out. I pulled a nap, and she started kicking at me. So I spanked her on the bum, and I sent it to her dad. A little while later, we talked about it. Till this day right now, she doesn't even remember if you asked her. So I look up. I'm taking the stuff out. Miss Ricard's in my face, calling me names. Within a blink of an eye, she attacked me. She grabbed my hair and continued to like swing. At that point, my husband tried to get in the middle, but as I said, her hand was caught in my hair, and she's a strong woman. So, and I was pregnant.
How much pregnant were you?
5 months. That was the first time we ever met face to face, actually. She grabbed my glasses off my face, and she tore my dress and started kicking. She kept kicking and kicking, and she finally got me. She got me on this side. I was 5 months pregnant, and she knew. She's like, you don't even know who your father of the baby is. I hope you lose your baby. And this is all happening in front of the children. She threw rocks at me.
Were you injured other than being struck in the stomach?
I had a scratch over here and a bruise on my side.
Did you see a doctor?
I went to after that whole mess, I went to the precinct. And at the precinct, they called me an EMS, emergency service, and they checked me there. At that time, I was cramping and spotting, and it was because of that.
Can I see the police report?
Sure. With that, I hand you the immediate order of protection they gave me.
Did you have a hearing on this application for an order of protection?
No, ma'am. Just recently, at the criminal court, the case was heard finally. Ms. Ricard had a witness that no one agreed upon, and they just let her go.
So what happened with that case? It was ultimately dismissed?
Yes, also because the judge did not want to get involved in the family issues. There are a lot of family issues involved here.
This matter was ultimately heard in the criminal court on charge of assault. Was there a trial?
Yes, there was a trial.
Was it a jury or a non-jury trial?
Non-jury.
Okay, let me hear your version of the events, Ms. Ricard.
My children came upstairs. I asked them how they were doing, but when they came through the door, I saw that my children had their hair cut and chemicals were put in their hair. It was relaxed. They came in, they said they had a good time. My little one said, "Mommy, she hit me." I said, "She hit you?" She said, "Yeah." I said, even after last weekend when I told her, don't put her hands on you or don't hit them with a comb, like my oldest one had told me the weekend before when I spoke to her on the phone, because she had been doing their hair and they didn't want her to do with their hair. So I went downstairs and I asked her, "What is this I hear about you hitting my kid?" She says, "I didn't hit your kid." I said, "Tiffany, did she hit you?" Tiffany said, "Yes." I said, "But on the phone last week when you picked up the other line, I told you not to touch my children." "I didn't touch your children, and you should teach your children more respect, and they don't have no manners." She stepped back, she took off her glasses and her sandals, threw her sandals at me, and stepped forward, and you should learn how to tell your children the truth and right things. And when she put her hand in my face, I defended myself by trying to push her away, and we got into a tussle. My neighbor and another neighbor
Don't tell
from
me
across
who
the
was,
street.
Don't tell me who saw anything, madam, if they're not here.
Oh, okay. Well, I have his affidavit,
I'm
and
not
he was a
interested
witness
in an
court.
affidavit.
Okay.
I'm interested in
well,
witnesses and common sense.
people around, neighbors broke it up, and I went upstairs.
Who do the children live with now?
Me.
They live with Anthony Polite.
They live with myself and my husband.
And how long have the children been living with you?
Since
August
August
30th.
Was that as a result of a court order?
Yes, ma'am. I have all the papers.
I'd like to see them.
This is their order of protection on their mother, and this is the order.
Can I see it, please? All right. Ms. Ricard, I sat in the family court for a long time. I know enough to know that no family court judge transfers custody absent the showing of some special circumstance that requires in the children's best interest for that custody to be transferred. I'm not going into that now. What I am going to tell you is I think that, A, you didn't like her to begin with, even though you had never met her, but must have known from your children that she was pregnant and that she was going to soon marry your former husband. I assume you were not remarried at the time. Is that right?
No, I wasn't.
Then your children come home, and you see that while they were visiting with their father and soon-to-be stepmother, they did an outrageous thing by having their hair straightened, cut, whatever it was, because you talk about that in your papers. So you're furious at that. And then you continue to ask your children how things were, and your youngest child said that she had, in fact, spanked her. That further infuriated you. You come down there in a fury. You didn't approach her and say, could you please tell me what happened when you were there? I told you not to put your hands on her. You came down in a fury. They had usurped, in your judgment, maternal right and permed the hair, cut the hair, aside from the fact that you probably have a whole history with this man if there is a custody battle ongoing for years anyway. So you are not a happy camper, and you lost your temper. That's what happened. And you lost your temper and you assaulted her.
No, that's not what happened.
Oh, yes, I believe that you, because she wasn't angry with you. She wasn't angry with you.
I have a statement here where she told the judge, Anthony, her husband, told the criminal judge that she was mimicking me before I even got downstairs.
You have the transcript?
Yes, I have the entire transcript.
I want the whole transcript.
You want the whole
Oh, yeah. I just
can
don't
even
want
give you
one piece of it.
pages where these things
No,
occur.
no, I don't do pages.
Oh, have the whole thing.
That's fine.
To look at.
Now, you can direct me
sure, no
to
problem.
the pages when I ask you for them.
Okay, page 28.
Just a second. Are you a police officer?
School safety agent, a peace officer. I have too much to lose to assault her for anything.
You have any other paperwork from the family court?
Sure, I have a statement that says she's not to be left alone with my children.
No,
That
I'd like
was
to see
last
everything
year.
that you have.
Sure.
Your Honor, that's because she lied.
I don't.
Page 71 in the transcript you have.
No, I don't have a full transcript.
There is another half, but that I don't have in my possession.
I need the end of the case.
I don't have that.
Well, then this is useless to me. I have to have an entire document. I have to see whether this case was dismissed after an entire trial. I'm speaking, and you're not. Whether the case was dismissed after the plaintiff's case, or whether after the entire case, beyond a reasonable doubt, the judge did not believe that the allegations had been sustained. The quantum of proof here is very, very different. My sense is, after reading all of these documents, unfounded reports of neglect filed against the father.
Yeah, because Anthony constantly calls ACS, but I'm not here to exploit my children.
Just a second. All of those things go into your frustration, Ms. Ricard. At the time when they were returning the children, I assume that they were returning the children on time. They were not there to argue with you. They were not there to fight with you. You had a choice.
Neither was I.
No, oh, yes, you were. You had a choice. And your choice was that if your daughter said something to you about being hit, spanked by the plaintiff, and you are, in some regard, a peace officer, then what you do, since you were no stranger to the courts, you were no stranger to family court, you had an attorney, so that your choice at that time was, the very next morning you pick up the phone.
Let me ask, can I ask you something?
No, you may ask me nothing. What I'm telling you is they came there without any sense of fight. You came downstairs, you were furious. And you were furious because of a whole bunch of things?
No, I was not furious.
Of course you were furious. The first thing that you said to me today, they had chemically treated the children's hair and straightened it. So,
Yeah.
So?
They were.
So?
Yeah. And
So?
she has, like, you didn't
So
want to
what?
look at the statement, but she was, in that statement, she says how I came downstairs. She says that I came downstairs in a calm, low-mannered voice. She says it in the statement.
Oh, show me
Page
that one.
71, she says that she was, Anthony says, yes, she was mimicking
No,
me.
no, 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 no.
Of course.
Just a second. Just a second. I'm going to look at page 71. She
Page
says,
22.
My
That's the low-
husband's here to say what
I
he said.
want you to be quiet. I'm reading from line 4. I was unpacking the trunk and I was putting the bicycle pieces down on the ground when I looked up and Miss Ricardo's right on the sidewalk in front of me, and she didn't start yelling at me. She approached me by saying, "Why did you put your hands on my daughter? Why did you put your hands on my child?" When she said that to you, what was her tone? Very low. What was your response? Because she was upset about it, I said, "Let me explain what happened." She didn't give me a chance. She just attacked me. I don't know why you think that that'll help you. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $2,500. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Truth will prevail eventually. It'll prevail. This is just a little war. The battle is not over.
She's gotten away with way too much. And, you know, if she was a fit parent, the children would not be living with myself and my husband.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Phillips versus Boyd and Boyd versus Booton, step forward.
24-year-old bus driver Latasha Phillips is suing former friend, 23-year-old cashier Danielle Boyd, for giving her personal information to police when she received a ticket. Danielle has a separate lawsuit against her own witness, Shanika Booton. Danielle says Shanika was the one who actually gave the information.
Miss Boyd, you are driving along with your friend over here. I assume that you're Miss Booton. Yes is the answer.
Yes.
You're driving. You get pulled over by the police. You had no driver's license. So when the police said to you, "Can I see your driver's license and registration?" you said what?
I gave him Latasha Phillips' name.
And you got a ticket.
Right.
For what?
With no insurance.
What else? You don't get stopped for no insurance because the police don't know you have no insurance when they stop your car. What was your car stopped for?
He had a busted windshield.
That's an answer.
Danielle has a separate lawsuit against her own witness, Shanika Booton. Danielle says Shanika was the one who actually gave the information.
So you gave her name to the police. You said, "I don't have my license, but this is my name"? Speak.
Right.
Did I say anything that was funny to you?
Not so far.
Could you get your act together, please?
Excuse me.
You also gave her date of birth.
I didn't know her date of birth until she gave it to me.
So Miss Booton over here gave you Miss Phillips' date of birth to complete the lie that you told to the police, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Miss Phillips, at this time you're home making matzo ball soup for your family, right?
Yes.
And you know nothing about this?
No, ma'am.
You find out that you've been issued this citation. Did you get something in the mail?
No, ma'am.
Well, how did you find out about it?
Because Shanika, that's my cousin right there. Yeah. And this her best friend. They was mad at each other. So Shanika called one of my other cousins and told her to tell me that Kunta used my name.
So what did you do?
I called the DMV and I got the citation number. Then I called the court to find out why she got pulled over and what day it happened and stuff. And then they start sending me papers in the mail from the collection agency.
Let me see your papers.
This from the collection agency, and this from the DMV. And the collection agency saying that they put a hold on my license, and the DMV said that they was going to suspend my license if I didn't clear it up. And that's
Now,
the
your
only
particular
thing.
problem is you were on maternity leave from your job as a bus driver.
Yes, ma'am.
And you couldn't go back to work for a period of time because your license was suspended.
Yes, it's on hold.
On hold for a period of time.
Yes, ma'am.
How long were you out of work?
I was supposed to go back from October 10th, till now.
And you haven't been able to clear this up?
I just went to court on the 30th for this ticket to get the paper saying that I didn't do it.
And how much do you earn a month?
$18.06.
Your defense is it's her fault, right?
Yes.
Because if she hadn't given you the date of birth,
I wouldn't have told the police, right?
Did you ever tell anybody that you had given misinformation?
It was only me and her who knew because we were in the car together. It was me, her, and her baby.
Did you ever tell the truth to the police?
To the police.
To the police. Did you ever tell the truth to the police so that you got her off the hook?
No.
No. I'd like you to sit down for a minute, please. This is going to take 2 seconds. Step over here, please. Now you're the plaintiff. Now you're the defendant. Now, Miss Boyd, this is a lawsuit that you filed against Miss Booten, right?
Right.
And you filed this lawsuit against Miss Booten for $1,000.
Right.
And your claim, why don't you tell me what your claim is
Because
against Miss
from
Booten?
loss of work, and I lost $400 behind this.
How is she responsible for your lost wages from
Because
work?
they took $400 from me.
For the ticket?
For the ticket. They were both taking the money from me.
Did you take $400 from her?
No, I didn't.
Let me read you your claim that you filed, madam.
I see it. It's right.
You say she should be responsible,
She should be responsible.
for aiding me in giving the police the misinformation that caused them to issue a citation in her name, because but for her giving you her date of birth, you would not have given the police that misinformation.
Right.
I'm suing the defendant for $1,000 for the stress caused and lost wages.
Yeah.
I think she needs a real reality check. Would you say she needs a reality check?
That a detox.
Yeah, right. Perfect. Your case is dismissed. Now, on your case, just stand up for a second. You may sit down. You may sit down. Not a genius to give your cousin's date of birth, madam. Do you understand? Now you can move back over here. Play little musical chairs. Move back over here. All right, Miss Boyd, let's talk about an R word. R word, responsibility. Responsibility means that if you give misinformation to the police out of your mouth that causes somebody else a problem, even if somebody else told you that information, it's your responsibility.
That's true.
That's not what you say in your answer.
But I'm saying it doesn't cause them to take my money from me.
Oh, I'm going to take a lot more money from you. Because of your actions, she was out of work for at least 2 months because she couldn't drive without a good license, because you opened up your big mouth and lied to the police when you got stopped. It has nothing to do with the police and your broken windshield and you didn't have insurance on your car. That's something between you and the police, madam. With regard to Miss Phillips, you owe her $2,600. Judgment for the plaintiff. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step back.